So it's been very amusing to me, at the same time, very saddening to me, as I've seen these photos going around and being celebrated and laughed at by the African community, many people in the African community, of these European leaders who are at the White House together with Trump, and as they're trying to negotiate some type of peace deal between Ukraine and Russia. That's a good thing. I hope it gets somewhere. One of the photos shows the world leaders at the White House sitting in front of Trump. So all of them lined up in front of President Trump. And the other photo, I think that one is AI generated, but very few people seem to know it's not even real. And it's very interesting to me because I see the Africans, so many of the same Africans who are laughing their asses off. Oh, look at them, look at these puppets of, Trump, and look at them, well done for them. It's really good, because when this is happening to the Africans, now they know how it feels when it happens to Africans. And they're just laughing, making fun as if there is anything really pleasant about this. I don't know. I mean, some people, I think, live life and just for vindication of sort, like if something bad happened to me, then it must happen to you as well before I'm happy. I mean, what type of nonsense is that? Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. It's just so sad. So that's the sad part of it. But then the funny, amusing part for me is here they are making fun of these European leaders who, it is true, are very much looking like pretty, destitute and weak in front of President Trump at the White House. It's interesting because these are the same type of photos that the same Africans do not like to see when it's a bunch of African leaders who are in front of European leaders or at the White House as well in front of Trump, all lined up also in a very subdued manner. They don't like that when they see that about Africa. But the funny thing is, usually when they see that, in the case of African leaders facing off with European leaders or American leaders, their take is right away goes to the race theory and goes to things like that. Right away, look, it's they don't respect black people, they don't respect Africans, you see, they hate us, they don't like Africans, they don't respect us. Well, here you're seeing the same thing happen with European leaders in America. This should tell you everything you need to know. At the end of the day, as my friend Remy Adekoya says, it's not about whiteness, it's about wealth. So you see that whether you're these European leaders or you're these African leaders, when you meet with a leader of America, the most powerful nation on earth at this point, you see what happens. So instead of making it about race or about us being African or anything like that, understand what's the commonality in this situation between these European leaders and the African leaders when they go to the White House. Europe is committing economic suicide right now, primarily because they have gone for overregulation, the same overregulation I talk about all the time. Europe has embraced it fully and is just racing as if there was no tomorrow. And they're doing the same thing when it comes to energy sources. They have put a cross on anything that's abundant, reliable, plus affordable energy sources and going for all the nonsense that has to do with renewables. And this is what's happening to them now. They're in complete economic freefall, decaying. And that position of weakness is then what makes them come to the White House, their tails between their legs, having no power whatsoever, and it shows in these photos. As they say, he who makes the gold makes the rules. And that's exactly what you're saying. So let's stop stupid, childish, low self-esteem accusations of, making everything about race, and let's start to make everything about economic power. The sooner you understand that, the sooner we'll get there. If you want to be respected in this world, better matter economically speaking. The only way to matter economically speaking is to build prosperity. The only way to build prosperity is through economic freedom and abundant, reliable, affordable energy sources. Period. Everything else is pure noise, distraction, waste of time. You want respect, you're gonna have to go get it. You're gonna have to go build it. You build that prosperity and you watch yourself being respected at a whole nother level that you've ever thought possible. That's what we Africans need to do. And we need to stop the crying of how we are treated outside of our continent.